joined today by Bryan Dixon, Managing Director of CHR Metals. Bryan, thanks for your time.
Thanks, Dave.
So you're developing the Lake Johnson gold and lithium project here in Western Australia. Can you tell us a little bit about the project and why is it so compelling?
Yeah, so Lake Johnson is one of our listing assets. We've been working that for the last 5 years. We've got a small lithium deposit we announced in August last year. We've been actively drilling that deposit and we've probably put in the order of 12,000 metres into that project over the last 3 years. We've managed to work counter-cyclical during the lithium cycle, and that's put us in good stead for where we are today with that project.
When you talk about resource, it's over 8 million tonnes at over 1%. It's a great foundation to build on, but you're clearly drilling to find more.
Yeah, so over the last 6 months, we've put nearly 6,500 metres of RC and diamond into that project. We've published a lot of those results already. We've seen a lot of mineralisation outside of the resource. We're seeing better continuity of loads. We're seeing wider loads at depth. And so far, we've drilled it to about a 400 metre depth. So we're seeing 700 metres of strike, 600 to 700 metres of dip, and some significant widths, which will make it good for open pit mining.
Within the project at Metcalfe, you've extended the mineralisation area in excess of 500 metres. What does that mean from a resource growth opportunity?
Look, we'll be able to give investors a better understanding of that over the next month or so. We're currently waiting for the last of our drill results back, and then over the coming weeks we'll start preparing that new resource. But we have seen a lot of mineralisation identified outside the current resource.
And you're in a great location for lithium extraction, 4 processing plants within the vicinity of the project. How important is that to unlocking the development pathway?
Yeah, well, there's a few options around the development. There are 4 lithium concentration plants within trucking distance of the project. 2 of those are currently in care and maintenance. And some of our peers in that neighbourhood are also now looking at direct shipment of ore. We're only 200 kilometres from the Esperance port, and that's a possibility we'll look at during our studies.
It's fair to say the lithium market has been bearish for the last few years, but there's more than green shoots appearing. The tide is definitely turning in favour of lithium companies. Are you seeing that interest filtering down to the explorers?
Yeah, so lithium battery demand has surprised on the upside. We're seeing stronger sales of both EVs, but in particular energy storage batteries. Supply's been a lot slower coming on stream, and the lithium prices have gone nearly threefold in the last 12 months. We're seeing that reflected in the producers. They're all making strong cash flows again. The developers are getting funded into production. It's been a bit slower to filter down to the explorers, but that's the opportunity. I think if these lithium prices are maintained, as most of the analysts are forecasting, we'll see the risk money come down to the explorers, and we're one of the few companies that's actually been drilling for lithium over the last 3 years.
Now let's look ahead. Catalysts and what investors should be focused on. What should investors look at from CHR for the next 6 to 12 months?
So look, in the near term, we'll have the last 3 of our diamond holes coming back on the Metcalfe mineralisation. We'll launch straight into a resource revision, which we'll do this quarter. On the back of that, we'll launch into our mining and processing studies. Metallurgical studies are already underway, and we'll be looking to publish a scoping study and a pre-feasibility study over the next 12 months. In parallel to that, we're running the permitting. We're well advanced on our environmental studies, we've got a mining lease application in place, and we're working through with our native title parties, to progress that lease for all stakeholders.
A clear path, focused on development, exciting times ahead for CHR and its shareholders. Bryan, thanks for your time.
Thanks, Dave.